What if I told you that most of the stress, frustration, and confusion in your life comes from one simple thing? Not lack of money, not lack of time, not even bad luck. It's not knowing what really matters. That's where wisdom comes in. Wisdom is the first cardinal virtue of Stoicism, and honestly, it's one of the most powerful tools you can have. But it's not about knowing everything or being some kind of genius. It's not about impressing anyone or having all the answers. It's about seeing life clearly. It's about knowing what's truly good, what's truly bad, and what doesn't even matter at all. Think about how often we let little things steal our energy. You replay mistakes from the past over and over. You stress about what might happen tomorrow, imagining the worst-case scenario. You get upset because of what someone said or did, even when it has nothing to do with you. Most of that stress, totally pointless. Wisdom teaches you to see through the noise. It helps you separate what deserves your attention from what doesn't. It's simple in concept, but takes practice. Ask yourself, does this really matter? Can I control it? If the answer is no, let it go. That's the secret. At first, it might feel strange, even uncomfortable, but every time you do it, life gets lighter. You feel calmer, more steady, more in control of yourself, no matter what's happening around you. Wisdom also helps you make better choices. Not perfect choices, nobody's perfect, but better ones. You start thinking about the long-term effects of your actions instead of reacting impulsively. You pause before snapping at someone. You pause before spending money on something unnecessary. You pause before letting yourself get dragged into meaningless distractions. You start living intentionally instead of reacting to life like it's a storm you can't control. And here's something else about wisdom. It's not just about avoiding mistakes or stress. It's about recognizing opportunities too. When you see clearly, you notice when someone genuinely needs your help. You see moments to grow, to learn, to connect. Wisdom gives you clarity not just to avoid chaos, but to step into what's meaningful. Every time you practice it, even in small ways, you train your mind to stay focused and calm. It doesn't remove challenges from your life. It doesn't make problems vanish, but it gives you the power to face them with a steady heart without letting fear, anger, or frustration take over. Here's the thing. Wisdom isn't something you learn once and then magically master. It's not a one-time lesson or a checklist you can tick off. It's a habit, a practice, something you build little by little, every single day. Every morning, every conversation, every decision is a chance to practice. You notice the small moments where you could react differently, where you could pause instead of snapping, breathe instead of panicking, or think before acting instead of rushing blindly. Each time you choose wisely, you're training your mind to stay clear, focused, and calm. Over time, these small choices stack up, and suddenly, you notice you're handling life differently. Imagine it this way. Life constantly throws challenges at you. Traffic jams, deadlines, arguments with coworkers, family drama, unexpected bills, social media chaos, bad news, day after day, little waves of stress. Without wisdom, you react to every little thing. You get pulled in every direction, dragged by every emotion, losing energy and focus. With wisdom, it's different. You start seeing the bigger picture. You learn to pick your battles. You save your energy for what truly matters. You stop sweating the small stuff, the things that don't actually change your life, and start investing your mind and effort in the things that really do. Wisdom also changes how you deal with fear, anger, and sadness. Challenges feel less overwhelming because you know which problems deserve your attention and which don't. You start seeing situations more clearly, and suddenly, things that used to feel huge start to shrink in importance. And the more you practice, the easier it gets. You start feeling in control even when everything around you seems messy, chaotic, or unpredictable. You're not powerless. You have tools, and one of the most powerful is just seeing things as they are. So here's my question for you. What's one thing you've been worrying about lately that might not even be worth your energy? Something that keeps spinning in your mind but doesn't actually change anything? Take a moment and think about it. Drop it in the comments, write it down, share it. Just noticing it is often the first step to letting it go. That's what practicing wisdom looks like in real life. Remember, wisdom isn't about being perfect. It's not about having all the answers or never making a mistake. It's about seeing clearly, choosing intentionally, and learning to respond to life rather than just reacting. Start small, practice every day, and notice the difference. Over time, your mind will feel calmer, your decisions will feel sharper, and your life will feel a little lighter. If this gave you a new perspective, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss more lessons on Stoic wisdom. And don't forget to comment. Let's talk about how wisdom is shaping your life and how it could make things easier every single day.